Yo, what is up, guys? It's your boy BizKit. I'm coming at you with a different kind of video today. It's kind of a story time video. I just came back from the World Beatbox Championships in Berlin, Germany. Maybe you've heard of it. It was organized by the incredible Bilo, the fifth one over like 20 years. It's so crazy that this organization has been going on for so long. It's the organization that inspired me to start beatboxing in the first place when I watched Elim versus Napalm in 2015, and it just changed my life. So maximum respect to Bilo and to Beatbox Battle TV, because I went to Berlin and I had an amazing time. So here's a little story about the World Champs, because I wasn't actually supposed to attend this one. I was actually in Europe 2 weeks prior to the event for a family wedding, and then that family wedding became just a family vacation because some of my family hasn't been to Europe. And so the second I touched down in Europe, everybody's like, "Oh, Biscuit, you must be coming to World Champs. You're coming to World Champs, right? You know, you wouldn't be in Europe for any other reason. You know, you don't have a life outside of beatbox." So, you know, that hurt a little bit. But the more people that were asking me about if I was coming to World Champs or not, the more I was like, why am I not coming to World Champs? And so eventually I reached out to Bilo and I was like, "Hey, I know this is super last second, but I'm on holiday here, and I know that you're having the World Championships in a couple weeks. Maybe I can extend my vacation and be a part of your event somehow, because I would love to. It's a super amazing event that inspired me to become a beatboxer and all this stuff. But I didn't bring my loop station, so it was going to be a little problematic. So I asked him first if I could do a solo elimination. Bilo said, "No, you can't do a solo elimination. You're not a national champion, but maybe we can have you as backup jury just in case one of the judges for loop station doesn't show up." So what ended up happening, if you haven't seen it already, is after my family left back home, I extended my trip in France, and I stayed with my good friend Robin. Big shout out to Robin, very hospitable, very good friend to me during my stay. I told him about all of this World Champs business because he's judging, and I knew that. And he was just like, "You should compete, bro." And I was like, "I didn't bring my loop, bro. I was just here on vacation." He's like, "That's fine. Just use mine." This is obviously not my loop station. It's Robin's loop station. And so what I ended up doing was going on my membership service, become a Bizzy today, by the way. If you're not already, it's only $4.99 a month. Pretty cheap. What I ended up doing was I ended up watching the tutorials that I made for my membership, you know, for tracks like Hit 'em, Die For You, Break, you know, basically all my old GBB stuff. And I ended up, you know, watching the tutorials, and I ended up putting them all on Robin's loop station. It didn't take very long. It took about a day. And then I practiced them and I got re-familiar with them. And then I was like, maybe I can just remix them all and perform, because I really wanted to perform at the World Champs no matter what. But what I really wanted to do was perform a solo elim, because something was bugging me that Napalm was the only US representation that was going to be attending. That's not enough US representation. You know, Vocoder was on the list, Bloomer was on the list, Pono were on the list. They were not showing up. It was just Napalm representing the US by himself, and that rubbed me the wrong way. So I really wanted to do a solo elim, and I expressed that to Bilo, but as he said, you know, I'm not a national champion in the solo category, so no luck with that. So anyway, flash forward to the day of the eliminations. I pull up unexpectedly. People like didn't even know I was coming. I barely knew I was coming myself. And then the eliminations start happening. And something that we find out as we go down the list of eliminations is that there were supposed to be 89 solo attendants. And only about 45 of those attendants actually showed up to perform. So just about half of the eliminations were just cut. They just weren't there. This is crazy because this is supposed to be a top 32 battle, and that means only about 13 people aren't gonna make it in. And so the more I get to thinking, I'm like, I really, really want to perform, even though I know, like, I'm not supposed to. And I'm hanging out with the Americans. I'm hanging out with Hershey, Crystalise, Napalm, Gene, all these guys in the crowd, and I'm like, man, I just really want to go up stage. And Hershey's like, just do it, you know, just go up and pretend you're somebody else, like, I don't know, Bloomer or something. And I was like, that feels wrong, but kind of hilarious, because the host, Relative, I believe his name was, God bless him, he didn't know much. He was just kind of like looking at the clipboard of people and being like, here he comes, here's that, and then, you know, they would just go. Yeah, he was just kind of saying off names, and I was like, maybe I could get away with this. In massive respect to Bloomer, he's one of my very good friends. I wish he was there. He would have smashed the stage, but I put on my black hoodie and I became Bloomer from the USA. BizKit was no more, it was just Bloomer. And if you're not familiar with Bloomer, here's one of his beats right now. So this is the vibe that I needed to kind of encapsulate at the World Beatbox Championships, at least a little bit, before I went into my own thing and performed my elimination round. So I'm waiting backstage, I got my black hoodie on, I'm ready to I'm ready to do an elimination for an event that I wasn't a part of. And we're checking the list. Me and Hershey are backstage, we're checking the list, and we realize Bloomer's name was skipped. And we're like, oh no, maybe I won't get to do the Elim I'm not supposed to even be doing after all. And so Hershey goes up to the host, and she's like, wait a minute, you skipped Bloomer. He's right over there, you skipped him. And I'm just there with my black hoodie on like, yeah. And the host is like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean it, we'll have you go next. And I'm like, okay, here we go, I guess. So without further ado, I really hope you enjoy Bloomer's World Championship elimination in 2023. Big shout out to the boy Bloomer. If you're watching this, I love you. I wish you were here, man. You would have smashed it. Yeah, enjoy, guys.
Next person is also some good quality music for the kids from the United States. Make some noise for Bloomer! How are you doing?
Good.
Very good. Let's count it down for Bloomer. And 3, 2, 1.
You think something's funny? What's up, it's me, Bloomer from the USA, you know. Are you ready?
I know the other dude almost came in. Bloomer from the United States.
So that was the Bloomers elimination round for the solo category of the World Beatbox Championships. Not gonna lie, if it would have counted, probably top 32, maybe even top 16. But alas, it was a prank and nothing more. It wasn't official, couldn't be real. Too bad. However, I did get the pleasure of competing in the loop station category. I did Die For You for my Elim, and you know, I couldn't do any new stuff even if I wanted to because it wasn't my device. But massive respect to my bro 808 Bannon, who won the whole thing. It was so great to see him in person because I've been talking to him for like months now, and I was telling him like, you're gonna win, bro. Like, nobody's on this level of prepared as you are. It was just awesome to see him win the whole thing. And after, you know, so much time being in Discord calls with him and just hanging out with him and hearing his tracks over and over and seeing him finally do it. So give some respect to 808 Bannon. Go follow him on Instagram and YouTube and all the things, because he's amazing and you're about to see a lot more of him. World Champs is not even the pinnacle of what this guy is gonna do in the scene. But I'm pretty happy with how I performed. Sound wasn't in my favor necessarily, but you know, for a super last second preparation, you know, I'll give it up. I'll pat myself on the back. I won't be too hard on myself. I may be releasing some more remixes of old GBB stuff. Let me know if you guys are interested in that and streaming that on Spotify maybe in the future. But yeah, this has been my little Worlds recap, kind of. So I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure if you liked it and you want to see some crazy content that's going to be coming out from the World Championships on my channel, to like and subscribe and do all of the things that help my channel out. It would be really appreciative. So much love. Take care of yourselves. I'm Bloomer. I'm Biz. I don't even know who I am anymore. But yeah, have a good one. Mwah.